Greetings folks, and welcome to Kerno EXP, and welcome to the Helston Railway. Today's duties is to clean this lovely beautiful engine. It's an 040 Packet Kilmeston, and my job today is to clean the ash pan out, which I'm in the process of doing, lighting a small warming fire, giving the engine a thorough clean right through, checking the smoke box, see if there's any crap in there, and then we need to check the water level. Of course, mind you, I have done that already, so that it's fine. So we're in the process of cleaning it out. It's a lovely engine. We're going to miss it when she goes back. It's been in there choking on the dust, folks. Not sure if we can see. I'll just put the light on. So as you can see, I haven't cleaned it yet. Oh, shit. This is going to be fun. Bear with me, folks. There. So the last crew that fired her didn't clean the ash pan out, which I'm not very happy about. We've got the decent bar here now. We're getting it out. We're getting it out. Swap hands a minute, pokies. We'll have a clear in a minute, folks. As you can see, it's quite dusty. It's I'm the unsung hero, folks. So we'll leave the dust die down a minute. It's not orbs, that's the dust from in the smoke box. So, fucking hell. There we are, folks. The things that Mr. P does. Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you've got a passion for steam engines, and you know, you do things like this, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I lap it up, you know, because I am a steam enthusiast, preservationist, and steam engine owner now as well. So you got to, and of course, my family connections to railways goes back on both my granddads. My granddad Charlie, who was, he started at Red Roof in, I think it was the 1930s, and he was a porter, and then he worked his way up, and then he was promoted to the goods department, where he started at the bottom there and worked his way up, and virtually when he retired he was very high ranking in the yard, if not in charge, and I was inspired by him, and he managed to save a few railway lamps from the railway yard, and I've got them at home now, and one of them I gifted to this railway because I'm very passionate about this railway, and it is quite special, quite close to my heart, this railway, because it's the closest preserved line to where I live, and I think I'm here for the duration, folks. I'm going to keep going, keep being involved with this railway until I'm old and grey and can't do it anymore. My son's a member, Charlie, and he's been down and done a couple little bits, as you do, but obviously to work on this engine you've got to be 15 years old, and he's only basically 12, but he's getting inspired now. He's like most kids. He plays this game called Fortnite, which it's well, one thing, we know where he is, but another thing, it's kind of addictive, and we've heard all the ins and outs about it, which is not good. But We're getting a traction engine next year. Not a very big one, but I want him to learn on that, and then he can have a good understanding of it, because England, Cornwall, is the birthplace of the steam revolution, and it needs to be embraced, folks. I'm not really into plants and trees and such like. I'm into these things like this, folks. I love it. And when you've been inspired at a young age, it stays with you. And of course, my mum's dad, which is Ralph, my other granddad, he worked at Doncaster Railway Works for the National Coal Board, and he would have drove engines like this. And that was just before World War II. And then he joined the Royal Engineers, and then he was doing things over fighting the Nazis, like, you know, which is amazing, because like engineering, and that it's something that I'm passionate about as well. And Chris and David will know that we're all qualified mechanical engineers. That's with cars and that, but this is it's similar, but it's a different piece of kit. It's different completely. And I'm addicted, folks. And it won't go. It won't leave me. And at Eastpool Mine, I'm probably the only one there, because I'm a member of staff there. I'm the only member of staff that's got anything to do with steam engines. The rest of them don't know anything, and it's not. I don't like that. I hate that. You know, you need people that are enthusiastic about these things. I'm not knocking any of them over there. I'm not knocking them at all. But you know, I'm the only steam enthusiast stroke owner that has got anything to do with Eastpool Mine. And there's a couple of volunteers that are steam orientated, which is really good. So there's quite a few videos on my channel about Helston Railway, and if I'm not at home, I'm here. Simple as that. If I'm not with my mates Chris and David, then I'm here. You know, it's my second home almost. So I hope you enjoy this little video, folks. I hope the dust has died down a bit now. Let's have a look. I've got to get a bit of poking in there. No, there's still more dust in there. We'll leave it go for a minute or two. We'll have a look around the other engine, folks. We've got William Murdoch in here. It's exactly the same engine as this one, which is a packet. Hey. And the guys at the other end are working on the boiler of William Murdoch. Here's the frames, folks. Connecting rods. Slide valve. Where's Stevenson's link motion? Stevenson's link motion there, folks. I think that's right. Unless I've got it wrong. No, that is right. Yeah, that's the link motion. Here's the front end of William Murdoch, looking back at Kilmeston. It's going to be a sad day when Kilmeston goes back to the West Somerset Railway. We're all going to be upset, but it's the 10-year ticket on her, you see. So it's going to be a sad day when she goes back. But we love her dearly, and hopefully in the future she'll come back down to the railway here. So we're standing in our new engine shed, folks. This has been up about 12 months now. We've got still a little bit more to do to it and all, right, you know, but it's all safe and secure, and we can lock it now, which is quite very important in its own right. And of course I'm donating CCTV to the railway. It's got 8 channels, so they can have 8 cameras. So stepping up on the security, which I think is important, folks. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now. I hope you've enjoyed this little look in the engine shed at the Helston Railway. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon, because we'll be going on an explore before too long now. So keep your eyes posted on the channel, folks, and we'll see you later. Cheers and gone.